Okay. Okay, here we go. So yeah, this is the game that I was telling you guys that I was, really, really addicted into. This is Bitcraft Online, the early access. I've been slowly trying to work on getting my T2 gear and get a house. It's not your typical game. It is mainly all about gathering, crafting, and the social aspects. So it should be fun. Should be fun. Let me go ahead and move my webcam just a little bit. Show you guys there. There. I gotta remember controls and everything because I was just playing Black Desert. What was I doing? What was I doing? Open up, open up, open up. We were doing the Scholar because I need codex to be able to learn how to put a house claim down, I guess. Something like that. And then, is the music and sound effects too loud? If so, let me know. I'll turn them down. Go ahead and start the long process. Now, like I told you guys, this is more of a social type of game. Like, oh, I forgot. Gotta get into our gathering gear. We gotta get our ingredients for, I think we're gonna be making dye to go ahead and try to level up our little scholar. I think I have to be level 20 on my scholaring just to be able to learn the stuff needed to make a codex. I'm just going off of what I read in the chat. Like I said, it's more of a social game. It's more, you'll be talking to people, you'll be interacting with the world around you, and just, helping other people out with their little projects and things. Everyone's all on the same server. There is no like multiple different regions, no different servers. All of that is just everyone doing their own thing. Okay. Let me go ahead and turn that down low. We'll drop it down to maybe like 50 of them. For some reason, it is not like in this game. Okay, hopefully my stream is still going and there are no issues. Let me know if there is or not. Let me see. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Yeah, I should do. Got the feather, or not the feathers, the flowers. Let's go look for the stupid stones that I'm going to be using for our scholaring. Now, for the scholar recipes, it's a little more complex, needing all these other items. So I'm hoping to get lucky. Open our codex or compendium. See the journal here. How to obtain. Yeah, I'm gonna need these ones here. Yeah, I was just literally explaining how much gathering and crafting goes into this game and why I've been so addicted to it. There we go. That's what I've been looking for. They could use a little work on the times it takes for the gathering and the crafting, but I have a feeling that if I pop my food, I wear better clothes, it'll go ahead and speed up how quickly it'll take me to craft and gather. But it's a social game. You'll be talking, you'll be trying to, trade things like, Yeah, whoever was selling the T1 wood polish and T1 leather treatment and glint, you have money in the market now. Like, you can go from little region to little regions and do your trading to marketplace. Yeah, like, see over here. These are all the kingdoms, and you don't have to join the kingdom to place a house in it. You can literally place a house in anywhere. And, you know, they get money for you working in their workshops, but you don't have to. You know, there's really no incentive to, and there's no incentive not to. It's just wherever you want to place your house in is wherever, you know. If you work in their workshops, they'll get a little portion of money for, or I guess, whatever the cash shop currency is or whatever. Yeah, there is 27 different starting areas that you have a chance of spawning in. It's all on one server. There's no different regions or anything like that. Everyone will be, you know, able to see everyone. It's just you will have to sit there and... let me stop traveling. There we go. Just to show you guys. And I tried to zoom out. Yeah, as you can see, it's a big map. Like, it's a really big map. And you'll spend most of your time sitting there. It's like RuneScape on steroids. That's the best way I can put it. Just RuneScape on fucking steroids. And right now I am trying to get my T2 gear to go ahead and start building a house. I want to try to, I guess, dabbling in the whole settlement system and seeing just what and all I can do. Oh, our food is running out. There's my food right there. So you can travel to a town, do some crafting, and yeah, you can go anywhere. You can even go to anyone's own player town and use all of their little worker stations and not have to do anything. Like, okay, so basically the story right now is you are a robot tasked to rebuild the world. That's it. There's nothing more to it. How you do it is how you choose to. Yeah, I'm noticing the game is like bugging in general. Well, the stream while I'm playing is bugging in general. Hopefully it's not too bad over there on YouTube. Yeah, it's a fun game. Let me bring out my wagon so I can do some mining real fast. I'm kind of spread out on what I'm doing because I'm a solo player. The storage is a little... It can be limiting when you are a solo player. Obviously, every game is limiting when you are a solo player. But for me, I was instructed to sit there and focus on one part of the compendium. Like, if you're trying to build this, focus on trying to go ahead and get the materials together just for that, so you don't run through the whole entire storage tab in your little bank. So I've been going ahead, chipping away at this, chipping away at that, getting these materials ready, getting that material ready, so I can go ahead, dump them into this, use up all those storage slots, and still be able to progress my character. Here goes your professions. There's 12 of them. So you got carpentry, farming, fishing, foraging, forestry, hunting, leatherworking, masonry, mining, scholar, smithing, tailoring, and then you have construction, cooking, I guess making money with the NPCs. I guess that would be, they're still fleshing everything out. Sailing, slaying, and taming. Yeah, like I said, they're still fleshing things out. It's early access, and for me personally, I I have not been regretting the $30 that I put into it. You know, they went ahead and let us know regarding server wipes when the early access is done in like a year or two. They are going to wipe the world and keep all of the characters, you know, the character progression that you put into it. So, you know, if you hit your level 50 or level 100 in this or that, it'll go ahead and still progress over, but everything in the world will go ahead and get wiped over, and we can start over fresh like that, which I don't really mind. You know, I don't really care. It's the time that you put into progressing your character that is really the detrimental one. You know, I'd rather go out and focus more on rebuilding the world than rebuilding myself to rebuild the world, you know, while everyone else is going out and, oh, these are the second wave, the new generation. You know, you have your legends, your heroes out there that, you know, were the firstborn and laid the foundation and everything like that. Where do you in between, or is it more about idling and putting your character work? To be honest with you, I don't really know. I'm not that far into it. I've put a lot of time into like getting my skills up to build it, but a lot of the parts, no, it's like, it's not like how in Black Desert where you get your copper and now you can make that crate. Cool, great. In this, it's more like you need your copper to go into the crate, but you need to make the crate, and the crate you need to get the wood, but oh, you also need the nails for the wood. It's like a little bit more complex, but yet it's really not. I will show you the whole process. We're gonna go and smelt all of the ore that I have down here and make it into bars. Which direction am I going? We don't need it. Like I said, it's more of a social type of game. You'll spend more of the time like building the world, building your social connections with people, instead of just trying to be solo. Like, yeah, you'll have players that'll be out there soloing and all that. It's just the game is more centered around the whole social aspect. And for the roadmap, there's, you know, they're going to work on fleshing out the economy, fleshing out the whole gathering, crafting. They're going to be working on getting the story more socially, I guess, oriented, like making it more towards like, you know, you'll have to do this event with like 5 other players, 20 other players. You know, this will have an event, that'll have an event, or something like that. We don't really know. They're just really wanting to get more of that social aspect into it. And so far, I've been enjoying the game. I've been enjoying this game more than I've been enjoying, or more than I enjoyed the Chrono Odyssey. I will say that one. Do I have anything? No, I don't have anything. Cooking, baking. Need to go over here. First, I gotta break down the ore, so we'll go over to the smithing station. Yeah, there's like little minor odds and ends, like they need to work on like animation errors, or this will sometimes get bugged into the ground if it's on an item or something like that. But like for the most part, it has a really good solid base to start on, and I have been really enjoying it. Let's go ahead and get into our crafting clothes because our crafting speed will be increased. And let's go ahead and smelt that down. Well, let's break it down to go ahead and start getting it smelted. but the higher your clothes are, the higher your tools are, the higher your skill, the better your food is, and your accessories that you're wearing, the faster that you can go out there, gather, and craft. Which is why I say I have a sneaking suspicion that when I get more of my clothes or more of my accessories, and one of the foods that I've been going ahead and trying to grind up for should increase it up even more. So it's like 1.5 seconds for each and every little cycle. Without my clothes, it's 1.6. So I'm hoping with the extra food, it should put it down to 1.4, which will speed it up, and then, you know, go from there. It's just, I'm still early on in my testing. This is only like day 3 of me. You know, everyone else has been here for alpha, or they've been for at the beginning of the week when they first came out. You know, but for me, I think it's worth my money. I'm not going to tell you to go and put your money into it, you know, but it is worth checking out and keeping on your radar if you like games like that. The best way I can describe it is it's a cuter, more functioning version of Pax Day. That's the best way I can put it. You know, you are able to go ahead and get a settlement on your own when technically in order to get an empire, you have to start a settlement on your own. So it's not like you're limited. Let me put up my wagon. I don't need that anymore. Oh, and as for character customization, you basically unlock it and you can go ahead and change whenever you want. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tickled me. Tickled my belly. Oh, hey, come back. God damn it. You can have titles and all that you can go ahead and put on yourself. And then I got a whole different face because I didn't like how everyone just, you know, they all look the same. I gotta look a little different. Yeah, we gotta go over here now. Let's get that into concentrate now. And then we can go and smelt it. After we smelt it, then we have to hammer it into the actual bar. From there, we can go ahead and use it into any recipe. That's why I'm like, this gives me a whole new love and appreciation for gathering and crafting. Definitely a whole new appreciation for it. Like, I love how Black Desert is more of the sandboxy. You can go ahead and do whatever you want whenever you want. It's just they're gathering and crafting, the values and everything is losing the whole meaning towards going out and gathering and crafting. Here, you have to gather and craft for everything. You're not going to be able to find an item from a monster. You're not going to run into a dungeon and there's going to be a chest with a piece of armor that you can throw on. Like, you'd have to barter with someone. You have to go out and put the time and the effort into, you know, becoming a master to go ahead and craft it up for yourself. Like right now, I've been putting the time and effort into my smithing and my tailoring so I can build my clothes and my tools to go ahead and do the T2. Because I'm a solo player. There is a market over here that I can go and check to see like what and all I can buy. Let's see if there's any tools and all. See what people are selling. Oh, someone did buy one of my shirts I sold. I'm a tailor, so I'm trying to sell my clothes and everything when I get them. So let's go ahead and just put in an axe. Simple pyrite for 200, but that's just a normal axe. I need a pickaxe. Would be good, but no. Let's go through the pyrite. As you can see, like T2 is going for a pretty penny. And I do have money here. Now, the way that you get money is by... Let me show you a NPC. I think you might be able to. Okay, yeah. You have Traveler Task. The Traveler Task will go ahead and renew every 4 hours, I think, or like 6 hours, something like that. But they'll always ask you for like different little requests. Like, you know, they'll want 20 rough parchment, or they want a rough cloth tarp, which is a I guess this MMO's version of a trade item. You got, you know, things like salt. You have the monster slaying, going out there killing the random monsters and things. They're all random. Not all random, but they all have their own little special purpose and things like that. So, you know, like I said, it's been interesting and fun for me. I've been enjoying it. It's definitely a better time than what I was having when I was doing the chrono. I'd rather do the 1 to 2 years of the early access for this than, you know, wait for Chrono Odyssey to come out later this year and have it bomb, and, you know, there goes all of my hopes and dreams into a game that was dead on arrival. I enjoy watching games go ahead and build from the start up and see, you know, or at least be there and see, like, yeah, I remember when that was there. Or, I remember when that, like, you know, Oxygen Not Included, or Arc, you know, games like that. Just watching them grow from the... Not an asset flip, Arrow. Just RuneScape. A social RuneScape on steroids. That's the best way I can describe it. Like PAX Day with RuneScape. Yeah, basically the best way I can put it. There's no alts. There are no multiple characters. It's just you. You are a robot rebuilding civilization. That's it. They're going to work on the story to go ahead and get you more into it. You know, help you ease into what's going on, why the world's ruined and all that. Get you more into the social play. Now we can go ahead and melt down the concentrate. Oh, I need the wood to go ahead and start the fire to be able to melt that down. So let's go over to the bank. And you'd be really shocked and amazed on how well everything works. For an early access these days, like, a lot of it works out a lot better than I thought it would. Because we can only put 10 in at a time. Let's go ahead and get that started. Oh, an arrow. Let me show you the size of the map. Let me show you the size of the map. No, wait, wrong way. Just to give you an idea. That's the map. But you can go ahead and settle anywhere that you want. You don't have to be in a guild to go ahead and join, like, settle in that area. You don't even have to talk to the people to go ahead and settle in that area. You can just settle down wherever you want and just... Oh, okay, here, let me show you the map again. Because I know you're on Twitch. Start over here at the corner. And then down. Still go down, still go down, still go down, still go down. Okay, there. And then I'm right here. Oops. I think so. I think so. It really... No, it's starting to get laggy. But it really feels like Ultima Online, only in a cutesy little manner. How much longer does that have? 5 minutes. Okay, cool. Let that go ahead and smelt down. And let's check our request to see what people want and see if I can't make any money, which he wants the bars that we are currently making, which is fine. because I'm trying to get up to T2, I'm just going ahead and skilling up. But see, like, look, close like that. Take the bar. Oh, we don't have the bar, so we'll wait on getting that, but I do have the rough parchment. We got the 20. Oh, you're right here. My bad, my bad. Grab the task. Go ahead. Select you. Get that money, and we level that up. Like I said, they're still fleshing out everything. We'll eventually find out what that really does, but Arrow, here are the professions that we have available to us right now. And again, there's no real progression on it right now other than the tools, the materials that are used for higher end items and things like that. But other than that, they're still fleshing things out. We're on literally first week of the beta test, I think. Not the beta test, but the early access, and the early access is to go for a year or two. Oh, let's finish checking out our tasks that we need done, or any tasks that people are asking for. Give them the sugar. Oh, I'm down on sugar. Where's my tree? Tree. So I can easily go ahead and make up some. Easily do that. Right over here at the oven. Just got to get our money up. I need to be able to upgrade my wagon. What do you want? Meat and mush bulbs, which the mush bulbs are going to go for the dish that I need to increase my gathering and my cooking speed, which I'm thinking is the whole reason why a lot of players like to complain about the speed of which, you know, you're doing anything, because you're not really buffing yourself. We're about to find out. But yeah, these are my storage slots, which I am starting to run out on, which is why I'm trying to focus on one aspect. Oh, I don't have any bulbs. Well, that's just awkward. Go ahead and we'll farm it. When in doubt, farm it out. That's what I mean about it gives me a whole new feeling, or a whole new understanding and love for the gathering and crafting in games. Get that farming, and then we'll go and check out, see what we need to do next. Oh, we need the dye. Yeah, we need more basic pigment. Need more of the stones. I need one of the rare stones. Like, that's really what I need. Need more rough bark. So many plants, so many plants. So I gotta start condensing it all down. And then what we can do is add it to the vault, because we can pull it out of the vault whenever we need to use it. I figured that out last night. So basically, you open up your vault, you go all the way down, and as you can see, convert to a deed. And now I have my plate leg guards for the monsters flying. And then we go ahead and add that to the vault, and it's back in there. We don't have to worry about the extra slots and all, just like with our little rough woven stuff. Now that we have that, let's go ahead and go try to get the materials needed. I need more bark. Before I do anything, let me grab my wagon out. Yeah, basically it's like RuneScape on steroids. Like, because they're still working on tuning everything, they're still adding all of the, you know, the meat and potatoes to the game. Like, you know, it just feels like RuneScape with a lot of steroids into it. It's a social game, you know, gathering, crafting, just rebuilding the world, which I kind of enjoy. There's no, you're the savior, the chosen one, you're some epic hero or anything. You are literally just a random robot in a random world, randomly doing whatever. If you want to be a fisherman for some like civilization, you can do that. If you want to be a trader, you can go ahead and do that with your little wagon transporting goods around and things like that. But like, it's, there's no hand holding. Literally, other than the introductory like quest to show you how to move, what you're like able to do, like starting off, there's really no like direction. They're not telling you, hey, you should probably do this, or hey, you should probably do that. Yeah, there are like monsters out there in the world that you can find to go ahead and kill for like little drops and things that can be turned in for money. Like, it's not like Black Desert. It's not like how RuneScape is. You're going into a zone and there's like monster, 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 monster. You know, it's so far right now, they're just getting the bare bones at, you know, just getting it right there. You know, they have a couple monsters, just nothing too extreme. There's gathering, crafting, just, you know, it's still early on. Literally 1 week into the early access. So, you know, I went ahead, decided to give it a shot, and so far I have been enjoying every single little bit of it. I'm so far almost at 17 hours of gameplay. Bring my wagon over, or my cart over here. Once I get the T2 axe, I can go ahead and start chopping down, or I need the 20 lumbering, but I should be able to start chopping down the wood to be able to make a better cart. Right over there. We got to chop the wood down, then we got to process it over there. So we'll do bark because I need that. Oh, forgot. We need convert. In 1 to 2 years. Like, it's already been like confirmed. This will be in early access for 1 to 2 years. And then with it, wait, shit. What they're doing is they're wiping the worlds, but they're wiping the world, but keeping all of the character progression, which I'm all for. You know, I don't mind about wiping the map, but you know, let us keep our characters so all of that time and effort that we put into it, you know, is actually like meaningful. You know, make it seem like we were like old legends or like something from, you know, before the time of release and shit like that. Just, it adds to the lore, and you know, it adds some like type of meaning for those who went ahead and put the money into going and testing out and building and shaping the game. Wait, let's put our wagon back. We don't need you. Yeah, it's all one server. There's no different servers we're jumping on, no different regions. It's, well, I guess like different regions, but like it's all just one whole map. And it's a big one too. You can settle wherever you want. You don't have to be a part of a guild to settle in their area. You don't have to, find scholar. You don't have to pay any type of fealty or anything. You know, as of right now, you know, where you decide that you're gonna settle your house down is where you decide to settle in your house. Like, I guess eventually they'll start being able to let you choose to fight with your kingdom and all that. It's just right now they're just mainly trying to get everything working, everything, you know, flushed out, and then it's like adding on to this, adding on to that. I think this week they said they're working on getting the UI worked on, you know, just this is Bitcraft Online. It is a social crafting, life skilling type of MMO where you are a robot just rebuilding the world. How you do that is how you choose if you want to just like bake bread for people while they go out and build. You can do that. They're gonna start getting more social quests added, like little events and things to do with everyone else. The ability to go ahead and request work for your kingdom. So like if I'm a solo player, I see like, oh, that kingdom over there, you know, they need help with this. I'm skilled at that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and request work, and they'll go ahead and pay me compensation for, you know, going out and doing the work. You know, they're gonna go ahead and get that done. I have to find the roadmap and everything, but it was either I put the $30 in for testing this or waiting for Chrono Odyssey second beta test, which was free. So I decided to go ahead and fork up money and try this out, then go for the free one. I'm sorry. Like, sue me. All right. I love gathering. I love crafting. I love being able to socialize like with people and just having a game built around that. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and give them a shot. So far, they have not made me regret any single dime. I've waited in queue probably one time behind 6 people, and that was like 8 a.m. So not too bad. I just want to, you know, try to get more eyes on the game, trying to get more people like either wanting to try it out or, you know, at least have it on their radar for, you know, later on. Because I know there's a lot of MMO fatigue. There's a lot of us that are waiting for this or waiting for that. And then when it comes out or we get to test it out, it's like, wow, that's bad. Like for me, at least I know, you know, I'm having fun with this. It's not for everyone, you know. I do want more combat, more action in it, but right now it's just we're getting the UI worked on and getting things more fleshed out. It's like Arc when it first came out, like in the early access. It was good. Great times. Great fucking times. And ironically enough, it's still doing better than what PAX Day did on their little early access, old day one, or at least it's doing better than what it is now. So you know, says something. There is combat. There is combat. Like here, let me take you out somewhere. Probably over there. While I do, I'm gonna make sure to grab out my gear. Why are you barking, little weenie? Hmm? Wait, sure. Yeah, that one. That one. And you are my leg pieces, so all that equipped. Why are you barking, little ween? Alright, we got a lot of time. Where am I? Is that a lake? That's a lake. I have a boat. I was able to go ahead and buy a boat. So I am ahead of the game. Am I going to be at the ball? I might be in the Twitch chat, so you know, keep an eye out for me bitching and crying, but me sitting there streaming it, no, I'm probably going to either be playing this or I'll probably end up cooking or cleaning, anything to avoid it. I'm looking on the mini map for any or any red triangles because that's the aggressive mobs. That's the T2 materials there. Oh yeah, exploration. All right, well, they convinced me. They convinced me. I'll get my boat out. Always with the fishing and the sailing. Can't ever avoid it. Oh, we got something. There we go. I'll get to show you. I see you over there. Oh, my stamina's pretty low. Oh god. Let's heal up first. Heal up, heal up, heal up, heal up, heal up. Hurry up. So yeah, it's not like, you know, Black Desert combat or, you know, Chrono Odyssey type levels of combat, but there is some type of combat for now. Just like I said, they're getting things worked out, you know, fleshed out, and, you know, ready. I think that's for a task. Yeah, I can turn that in. I still have to get one of their fangs. I have to figure that, or I have to get good RNG for that. Yeah, there is combat. Oh, they laid the foundation for it. Practically, practically, if you wanna get into it, yeah. Right now that we've gotten that done, we can go ahead and switch off. Throw all of that back into our vault to open up room. Rough leather, rough woven. Yeah, that's basically all it is, yeah. I mean, if you notice, it's not the squares, but they're hexagons. Like, I'll try to show you. Yeah, see? That's all they are. You look at the mini map. Like, it may not be the squares, but yeah. I do have my bait on me. Always fishing. Always fishing. But I need this for the fish oil. Or was it the other ones I need for the fish oil? but it's a nice cozy little game. You know, nothing too extreme, nothing too boring. But if you do the life skilling in Black Desert, you know, it's right up your alley. And it doesn't sound bad, like the music, sound effects. They'll probably get more, you know, sounds added and, you know, all of that stuff. But no, I highly recommend you guys at least check it out. You know, you don't have to go ahead and commit to putting any money into it, but, you know, I definitely suggest, you know, at least keeping this game on your radar if you guys are really into the whole gathering, crafting, and just wanting to be a part of a community. I'm enjoying it. That's all I can really say. You know, they can go ahead and cut and run. They can not listen to the feedback or whatever. But for right now, from what I've seen and I've gotten to experience so far, they have been going ahead and talking to the community. They're usually in Reddit, in the region chats, the server chat or whatever. You know, they're really communicating, and I'm probably gonna have to jump on the Discord too. But so far, so good. To be honest, most game uses that system of movement. That's why they have code. Let's hide it behind the graphics. Yeah, and I don't care for, like, you know, HD 4K. I have to be able to sit there and blink a couple times to really tell if that character is a real person or if it's like a game or whatever. Like, I don't really care about the graphics like that. Like, I'm more about the gameplay. I'm more about what you can do with it, in it, and around it, rather than does it look pretty, you know? It's like a stripper. You can be a pretty bitch, but you can still be a dumb one. So at that point, like, you know, the systems in here are great. I really, really enjoy it. It, like I said, brings a whole fresh, like, love into going out and gathering and crafting like I used to. That's why I was hoping for Black Desert to go ahead and, you know, offer something meaningful for all of us life skillers that, you know, enjoy the life skilling aspects. You know, it's fun for us. We just want something to actually do with it. How far away from my... Yeah, I guess we can... I need more meat. I need meat for Chum. But I need to stop getting sidetracked as I go ahead and start doing other shit. I'm like, yeah, I need to stop getting sidetracked. I need the Chum to be able to make... Well, I need a clipper before I can go ahead and do any other fishing. Hold on, let me let the dog out. Yeah, I need a better boat before I can go out to the actual ocean water to do the better fishing, which is fine. I'm getting the fish together because I can also use it for my food. There we go. Go hunt you. Got to regen our stamina there for a second. Swear this game has me always eating food and stuff, unlike, you know, where you're only popping it for this or you're only popping it for that. Like this, you're literally popping food all the time. Like all the time. That's why I've been enjoying the cooking in this one. Claim it, put it on our back, and then we'll bring out our wagon. Actually, did they try to poach? Are they poaching and not getting rid of bodies? Bet. Bet. That's how we're doing it. Your boy don't mind having to claim another body to butcher. Claim you, throw you on my back, and go bring you over to the wagon, collect that bird. Oh hell yeah. If that's what they're doing, your boy's taking everything. Just realized. See that? Wasteful people. Wasteful, wasteful, wasteful. Claim it. Don't mind if I do. I need the leather. Oh, look at this. New players. Actually, no. It's this nation. Maybe? I don't know. I'm taking it all. If you're to leave bodies here, don't mind if I do. Oh, oh. Oh, disconnected. And we're reconnected. We're not. Did I lose my internet? Find it funny how games like this are so acceptable, yet Chrono was harped on so, but because, okay, the whole reason why is because like they hype, the devs themselves hyped it up so much for like nothing. Let me go ahead and get this started, which I don't even care about because again, like you said, we harp on Chronos so bad that this is like not even a problem. But yeah, they hyped it up so much. They made it look so good. You know, a trailer dropped 2 years ago and then nothing else, and they spoon dripped us like the hype and everything. And then the content creators came out, and for those who watched the content creators, the hype got built up even more, and then they came out with the trailer right before, you know, to really get any of the other people that really didn't know about the game hyped up. And then you look around and you're like, wow, that's it. You know, and then you look at any of the content creators and they look like they're lying. You know, even if they're not lying, allegedly, if they were not paid or anything that allegedly is being claimed, you know, it just looks wrong. And now we have an even worse taste in our mouth because Billy, Jimmy, and Bobby told us that it was going to be the next best thing, and it just turned out to be a hot pile of shit. So, like, you know, at this point, you know, I'm willing to go ahead and play a little pixelized game with no toes and fingers and things like that because I get more enjoyment from that than being overly hyped up about some, like, garbage. Yeah, like why wait for beta test 2 and I know beta test 2 is going to fail when I can go ahead and play a game like this that, you know, has more promise. Like, I know, oh, it's only a beta test, but I don't know if anyone has, like, you know, really stated that, like, you know, how long it takes for you to go ahead and change any of the issues if your engine or anything like that has a problem. Like, they're trying to make 4 or 5 months after their beta test, they're going to come out with their game, and they have so many problems. Like, I'd rather pay money to go ahead and early access a game that has more of a stable foundation than a copied New World clone that could not even stand on its own. You see that? It could not even stand on its own. Like, you're trying to copy. It's not even like all those old WoW clones and things like back in the day that lasted a year or so after it came out. Like, no, These are dead. This was dead on the arrival because it like could not copy it correctly. So no, I'm enjoying this. Simple. It has like meaning in the things that I do. The graphics are not like overbearing. You don't have to have a 660, 700, whatever the fuck the new video cards are. It's peaceful. It's chill. They will add the PvP in there, which is optimal, you know, kingdom versus kingdom, watchtower defenses and things like that. But like for right now, I went in the wrong direction. Right now, it's like, you know, we're testing out the early days. How does food work? Yeah, they have different little buffs for the food. Like there's some that are just normal food that doesn't have like the extra buffs. There are some that have like say combat on there. And this one has crafting speed and gathering speed. But normally all of the food will have health and stamina regen. The higher the tier, the higher the buff, the higher the regens, and the more demand, like the more materials that they'll need, or higher materials that they'll need. But yeah, let me show you over here at the cooking station, which I keep walking past. Right there. Nope. Need to put on all of my woven stuff, because also the gear has stats on it too. So like this one has gathering and movement multiplier evasion for like hunting and gathering. Then you have your clothes that I'm wearing, the woven, which has crafting and building speed. Yeah, it keeps cooking interesting and things like that. So you also have to learn the recipes too. So making, let's see if I can find one. Okay, yeah, so doing the experiments will have a chance of unlocking all these different little ingredients, or not ingredients, but dishes if you're lucky. Same thing with like, say, the berries, the meat, blah blah blah. All the little question marks here are the ones that you have not made yet. So I'm gonna try to make, where is it, this one here, just because it gives me plus 8.2 for the crafting and the gathering. But it will take more of the mashed plain bulbs, which I have to go out and finish farming for, which is why I have the vegetable seeds here. And that's a whole process. But for now, let's go ahead and get our birds butchered. I love your outfit. I can't wait to be able to tailor up clothes like that. I could buy them, you know, work with the NPCs to raise my money up a little bit more to go ahead, check out the local market, see what I can buy. But I think I'm gonna ask the chat to see which region is selling something at a lower price. If they're selling it at a lower price, then I'll go ahead and take the trek out there to, you know, try my luck at, you know, buying it. Yeah, maybe if I head over, probably heading over to Tartuga. Where's Dragonhead? Um, 'Cause I hear Dragonhead a lot, and I don't know. I don't know the etiquettes, okay? Yeah, wherever it is. Either way. Either way, I'll have to check the other regions to see if I can get the stuff that I need, maybe like that. But right now I'm gonna try to craft it up myself. So far, so good. Leather can be worked over here. Yeah, it's a lot of leather. A lot of meat. Right. So while that's doing that, let me go ahead. I'll come back to that after. It's just right now, I gotta get rid of that. Trade. I need traveler task. Select. Or. Not a lot of money, but it'll do. Go ahead and continue that. Sort it. And we will add you to the vault to go ahead and open up more room. For rough leather, yep. There. Take a look at our profession, see where our levels are with them. Once I hit 20, I am in T2, and I have to start working on actually getting the gear for it. But right now, it's just trying to level it up, getting the materials, getting it all nice and ready, and then going out and trying to find the little T2 materials, which isn't going to be that hard. I know the pyrite is over in this direction. I'm pretty sure over in this direction, and then, you know, the further out you go, the, you know, more regions or whatever you find. It's funny. It is interesting about all of the regions and things that people have been going ahead and making. Very, very interesting. That's why I'm like, I have more faith in this than the one game where you are the savior, you know, you're the chosen one, blah blah blah. Like, every game says the same exact shit every fucking game. I'm tired of waking up on a wagon knowing that I'm gonna be like some like hero meant to vanquish gods and everything that has been in the game lore for like 20,000 years, and for some reason you just happen to be the one thing to stop it. Like, come on. I'm tired of that. Now, unfortunately, I am not going to have the ability to go ahead and make the actual leather yet, which is fine. I will go ahead and throw this into the storage, but let's take a look over at the farming. Claim that. That's our star bulbs, and we have to go process them down. And what this does is it'll give me, maybe it might give me some uncommon crop oil. I think that's how it works if I'm T2, which I'm not yet, but it'll give me 50 to 100 of the star bulbs and 10 to 30 of the seeds, which we're going to be using for, you know, re-seeding everything. And then these are going to be turned into chum. That's going to be for the deep sea fishing. And I think I'll have to go for the little crawfish for the fish oil needed for scholaring. Yeah, fun game. You know, fun game. It is worth, you know, playing. I will be doing this on the side. The chosen one trope irks me in MMOs. How am I the hero? And there's thousands of dudes running around in the city, and they're all dressed the same fucking way. Like, how are we all the fucking hero? Like, how are you the hero? How am I the hero? Why are we all the hero? Like, how is this fucking possible? Oh, you killed that god? I thought I did. But I just watched Ricky do that the other day. But oh, the world first was over there. Like, okay, so am I really the hero if this dude is being murdered by everyone? Does that make him a little bitch then? Because I don't really feel like a god slayer if me and 20 other dudes were able to do this weekly. Weekly. So I've been enjoying just the slice of life, enjoying going out and socializing, you know, just having fun. And the sound's all fucked up. Yeah, they do have like works to go ahead and work on the performance and all that, especially for streaming and all, but like, you know, again, it's not bad. I have been enjoying it. I know a lot of people complain about the speed in which it will take you to craft this or gather that. They could go ahead and work on it a little bit, you know, tune it down just a little bit more. Like if anything, tune it down, put the material cost up, just, you know, balance it out like that. I do like how there is process and there is meaning to it. It's just a little bit too long of a process, like a long drawn out process, not the stepwise, just time wise. I get it. It's supposed to go ahead and really limit you from being a solo player. It leans you more into, okay, I'm only going to focus on this and I'm going to join a town and I'm going to rely on being able to do that and blah, blah, blah. Like being a merchant, like selling off your materials to Hans over there, or whatever the fuck his name is. What am I doing? Oh, we're going over to the cook station. Yeah, so far we can duel people. Ground meat, mushroom. Oh, I need these more. Go ahead and cook that up. Just because I need to go ahead and make that little fishy dish to help out my cooking and my gathering. You know, it's funny. This game even has you moving around a pan or something when cooking, and Chrono couldn't even do that. Not even move around the wok. Little details, man. Little details. It's all you need. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm enjoying it. Oh yeah, level 12 cooking. What else do we need? Not that dish. We need fish. Oh, the sugar, which is here. Let's go ahead, grab the other food that we need to test out this dish to see if it's going to speed up our crafting and gathering, because if it does, then I'm going to have to go out of my way to go ahead and make up a lot of these. Stir seeds in. I'm running out of room. Running out of room, which is not good. Which means I need to really consider my life and choices that I make. This up, put in more meat. Okay, do it. We'll put that in there for now. Okay, now we need the fish, which is you. You out. We need mushroom, blah, 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 sugar, fishy fish. And that should be everything, hopefully. Let's go find out if this is going to be the right recipe. I mean, I could just check in here. Like, I could just check in here. If I can find which fish it is. In ocean. No. Yes, 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 yes. Yep, we're good. Oh, I need salt. I have salt. I did go down to the beach. I did do that much. I was curious about the fishing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, see, I went down to the beach. Salt right there. Swear that could have been avoided if I just looked. Just simply looked. Let's find out. 1.5. I'm really hoping it'll drop it down. Now let's go back over here to the bars of iron or ferrite, whatever the fuck it's called. And pop our new food. 8.2 gathering and crafting speed. Claim you. And now we got to beat those bars down into submission. There we go. Yeah, like I told you guys. It's all about getting your foods and everything. So yeah, if you guys are struggling with your slow gathering and crafting, just go ahead and, you know, get your woven cloth gear, your clothes, your there's a ring over there that could be made at the masonry station. Like right here. You got mining, masonry, smithing, crafting, gathering. This will require a lot of these gems and everything, but if you play your cards right, you should be able to go ahead and buy it off the market if anyone is offering them here. Let's see, ruby. Yeah, so buy 3. What is it? Sapphire. I have 2 of them. Buy that one. And then emerald. Let's go ahead, go over here because I'm curious. I haven't made one of these before, so I'm wondering if I can go ahead and do that. Yeah, see, I already got the rough. Let's find out. All about that gear progression. And this should help speed up my gathering and crafting too. Oh, tailoring, foraging, hunting, scholar. Oh, god damn, why are they doing this to me? Why are they doing this to me? Rough diamond. They got me good. I haven't been lucky enough to get any of the gems during geology or trying to get the stones. Have the extras on hand. I'm pretty sure I can craft up another one depending on the gem needed. What does that one do? Carpentry, forestry. Okay. Craft one of you. Oh, I got one of the tier 0 chisels. That's right. I should probably work on getting that up, but I can't be bothered. So we just equip that. Okay, gathering, crafting. Yeah, apparently it helps out a shit ton. We were at 1.4 now. Let's see what that'll drop us down to wearing that ring. Not that much, but still. You start out at 1.6. I am down to 1.4 now just because of the gear that I'm wearing. Yeah, but a lot of players are also coming from the games where you instantly queue up something and you watch that bar ding 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 ding, ding, you know, putting out all of those items right there, you know, all of a sudden, like you even see it in Black Desert, you know, just queuing up everything and just watching a single process. You know, this is more, yeah, the times are a little bit long. Like they can definitely tighten them up, work on it a little bit, you know, tweak it around. But, you know, for the most part, it's more of a social. You are going to like specialize into like one task. And, you know, if you're in a village, you'll have the other players that are going ahead and specializing into that task and everything because it does take a while to level up. I do apologize about the dog barking in the background. Yeah, it does take a while for you to go ahead and level up. As you can see, like, just slowly chipping away at it. Slowly chipping away. You know, you build connections with the people here. You know, you'd be talking, you'll be, you know, socializing. Like Stank over there, Stank likes to talk in the region, you know, fun guy. Cargrim over there, fun guy to sit there and talk to in the region. Like after a while, you start picking out people and you know who is who just because, you know, we're all around the same region a lot. I know there's some guy that was asking for these, but we're gonna hold off on giving him any of the juicy bars we just made. We're gonna hold off on that just because we are a little bit too stocked up on our stuff and we have to start to get everything sorted out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bars in because those are something that we're going to be using all the time. Salt I'm going to throw in because that's something we'll probably be using all the time. Hey, we actually got crop oil. Wow, I was not expecting a T2 item. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out things to put on the market to sell off to, you know, open up more of my little storage. Maybe not the fish. I need that for chum. Need that for chum. Mm, it's a hard choice. So we'll sell you. Sell order. Got one for one, but I'll do 40. $25. No, we'll create a sell order. I'm not selling that just for two. Yeah, no, we're not selling that just for two. I'm doing that around here. Sell order. 25. We'll do 50. Actually, no, not even. We'll do 20, 25. Animal hair, critter cell. Guess we'll do 5. That opens up more room. Sort all of that. And I'm thinking, because I just have way too many items, I can go ahead and sell some of the bigger things, but we'll see. Fish oil, flowers, we need more dye. All this just to go ahead and get into T2. I'm trying to build a house. That's literally all I want to do, is be able to build a house. No, it's specific to the region that you're in. So if, let's just take this for example, okay? So if you're over here, your market is going to be condensed to over here. If you are over here, your market is condensed to over here. Like I said, there's 27 different spawn locations, and you'd have to go to each region to visit their marketplace, meaning you'd have to go and trade with this civilization to trade with that one, or trade with that one, or literally go all the way out to that civilization just to go ahead and interact with them. I forgot I was doing this. Whoops. Oh yeah, I'd stopped it because I wanted to go and complete some gear to help out with the speed. That's right. And the food. Food and the gear and the gear and the food. But because I'm doing this mainly solo, the whole relying on the marketplace is going to have to wait until I can, get the money together to be able to go ahead and play the marketplace. So right now it's just getting the ability to go get the T2 materials, and then I can start listing T2 materials up on the market to go ahead and help out those who are just now jumping into the game. Which, if you guys want to check it out, it's over there on Steam. Right now it's during the early access, which they're only going to be wiping the world, not the characters. Character progress will remain at the end of the 2 years, and it's going to be in early access for a year to 2, which I would I'd prefer that than, getting beta test 1 and being told, oh yeah, by the way, all these bugs, we'll fix it before the next 4 months when the game actually comes out. No tea, no shade. Just saying. Between me and you. Allegedly. Beginner hunter. Wait, what? Beginner hunter? Oh, okay. I don't think I'll be able to make a little spawn location or a house until I can get T2 scholaring. It's all about that grind. That's why I'm like, I don't care about the world getting wiped. Yeah, I know. It's all over it. There. Dear God, where is it? Community discussion. Hold on, right here. That's why I said, they might be going ahead and keeping the characters, It's the world. The world is the main thing that they're going to be wiping. But the characters, there should be no reason why. And either way, it's going to be 2 years out from now. I'm going to sit there and, I'm still playing. Something to have on the background. Maybe, maybe not. But for the most part, like I said, they only said the world itself. And technically, they don't even say for early access, only beta. Okay, so either way, like, it is what it is. Like, either they'll let us know if they're going to be wiping the characters before early access, I guess after early access, or if it's going to be the whole entire world. But it's still like 2 years out. Hell, in 2 years, I could be like, you know what? We're not even going to wipe anything. We're not at the point where we can't even wipe anything. So it's all up in the air, especially with, roadmaps and everything. We all know how that goes. Like, it starts out as a great idea, and then 4 months from now, everything can either crumble or you've changed your plans and the roadmap has changed. So as of right now, those are the plans. That's what's said, but I'll have to wait and see. Or at least I will go ahead and I'll wait and see. But I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys, get this on your radar, something to look forward to later on down the line. And if you guys are just tired of sitting there doing the same old, still cheaper than than a lot of the other $70 games and all. I'm going to be playing this. So if you guys happen to run across me and all that dumb shit, play with me, have fun. It'll be a great time. Where's my flowers? Oh, I have no flowers in here, which means I'm not going to gather any more to put in here because I have way too much room. Way too much room. I'll take you, and you, but if I'm not mistaken, I have rope being made. Or not rope, but rough leather cloth shard shits. Gonna go check the loom. Yeah, 10 ready to be collected, and leather ready to be collected too. I had things queued up last night. Okay, no. Well, technically I can. No, I cannot. So let's grab chisel. I'll just look at the tools that I still need. They'll all have the little question mark to let you know. So we need the chisel. Oh, I forgot to make rope. That's why. My bad. That's why I was making those. Right again. See, my tailoring is getting up there. It's just not where it should be. I need way more work. But that 1.4 second crafting is a lot better than the 1.6 that I was getting last night. Oof. First day that I got this, my main goal was to get clothes on because I felt naked. I mean, look at you. When you first start out, this is what you look like. Like, you are a bald mannequin wearing some crusty, dusty grass clothes, and I felt naked. Like, my whole goal in life was to get clothes on my back. I think it's worked out so far. All right, guys, let me go grab a drink real fast, and I'll be right back. Give me one moment. I am back. If you dug into lore, you'll know I am. Oh, man. Near Automata. That lore was fucking crazy. I don't care what anyone says. That. What? What? Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold your motherfucking horses. I can make T2 cloth. Oh, Yahtzee. Means we have to go pull out our order. Hey, Bly, how you doing? We're doing a new game. The one that I was telling you about the other day. The one that I can't seem to, drop for some reason. It's just one of those games. I'm like completely and wholeheartedly addicted to this game so far. And we're only on the first week of the beta test. Not beta test, the early access. Yeah, I know. Oh, trust me, I know. Rough textile. How do I make that? Rough textile. Let's try over at the leatherworking loom. No. Yes, personally, I'm enjoying it. Go ahead, get that made up, and we'll try our luck at making some T2 cloth. Maybe it'll unlock the better clothes. Or might not. I'm not sure. I don't know how exactly it works. It's mainly the recipes that you learn in the game you have to unlock. And the only way you unlock it is by finding the resource and unlocking it. If you look in the resources here, I've unlocked 144 and I still have 98 that I could potentially like sit there and unlock, like these right here. Go ahead and claim that. And let's go ahead and open up the compendium. Reptile, how to obtain, check. It'll go ahead and tell you how to obtain it. And then what it's used for. And then after that, like it won't exactly tell you like what null it's used for, but you can convert these over to 100. So basically you can make trade packs out of 100 of the resources into a trade pack that you can go ahead and convert over into a smaller one. So it's better to transport using your wagons and your carts like that than, having all of your slots packed up. There is teleporting. The teleporting takes energy, and the more items in your inventory, the more energy costs that it will take to teleport, and it'll regen 1.39 every hour. So ideally you want to drop down all of your items and everything to basically like 0 to be able to teleport, or you're going to be running or walking or riding. But yeah, you see, you haven't discovered this yet, so you have to literally go ahead, craft it, and then discover whatever you can use with it in order to be like, okay, well, I can do this. Go ahead and do that. So because now I can go ahead and craft up 2 of those, we'll go ahead and see what they unlock. And it should be the T2 clothing. I'm not exactly sure. I'm still new to the game. Like, I am really, really dreadfully new, so I'm still learning how to even start a settlement. But Bly, the map is so fucking big. I don't know how long it would take to travel from one end to the other. And I don't know if it's just because we can't zoom out or not, if it's bigger than Black Desert's map, or just because, our zooming capabilities is just not that far. Unlock, and it doesn't... Okay, we haven't unlocked anything just yet, so we'll probably have to get other resources like pyrite and things to go ahead and see if it'll unlock it. But now that we have the T2, I think that's T2. Or no, that's just T1 refined. But now that I have those, at least I know what to do. We can go ahead and have them on hand just in case. Whole reason why I needed that shit. Forgot. Whole reason. We have to go over to make our tools. Need a fishing rod. I need maybe the chisel. Oh, I need leather. I just need a T10. I need to figure out what mounts are in this game. Well, right now, which ones are in here. So much running for nothing. We have 3 minutes left on our food, which is fine. We can always pop another one. Okay, so let's see. Where is everything that I need? A bow. Okay, I can do the bow. I have to plan this out. I don't think I'll do the chisel or the fishing rod just yet. But I will, I maybe might do the saw for our carpentry, just because I'm gonna need the carpentry too. That one. Go ahead and craft up that. Drop our old bow because we don't need it. Drop our rusty short sword because I don't need it. I already have a sword and shield, or a spear and shield, so I'm pretty much good on that end. Should be everything we can do for right now. I don't know what the nails are used for yet, but we'll hold off on that until I get more in depth with this. Drop the saw. There, now we can at least start crafting things. Well, doing the carpentry a little bit better. Just finally getting into cooking and some basic alchemy reagents. Hell yeah, congrats, bro. Yeah, I did, I made 2.2 bill on the horses earlier, and I was able to find me a good T7, T8. No special T6s, but they're mainly just duds. I got a lot of them going in and being bred. I'll check them out later, see if I can't trade them in, and try my luck at the Imperials. All right, next course of action. We need more mining done. You have to be able to actually use the T2 whenever I can, or I have to be able to mine the T2 whenever I go out and find it or eat it. So let's go ahead, take out, convert to deed, convert to deed, convert to deed, convert to deed. Yep, convert that to deed. Convert you to deed. And we'll keep all of our plate in. Up more gathering food. Before we do anything, let's grab out our wagon. Yeah, mine is level 13 now. I have to continue going and training it. So whenever I go and cook dinner, I'm gonna get our AFK training done. Hopefully that'll be done by later tonight. I can trade that in and see just if I'm gonna get that Luma lamp piece or if it's gonna be back to the drawing board, hoping I'm gonna get a Imperial. But I have faith in all of the horses that I set up to breed, and I have all the extra ones to go ahead and start breeding too. So I'll go ahead and get that done tonight. Probably some AFK fishing. There wasn't anything that could be done last night because they kind of went through emergency maintenance. That was done around like 1:30, 2 o'clock. So everything was shut down. You really couldn't do anything. And if you were, you basically logged in or you went to go check your game and realized you were logged out. We got 1 and 1. On. How are you not getting any? How have you not gotten a geode either? 0 for 1 on Dream Horse. You're 1 for 2 on the lamps on the Imperial Steed, but you've got none for the dreams. I tried a dream once. I got nothing on it. I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna go ahead and just trade in all of the little lobies that I get and breed all of the other ones that I'm gonna go ahead and do the Imperial trading on. Eventually, after you throw so many in, right? Has to be like, if you throw in like 4 or 5, like maybe you'll get one. Maybe if you throw in 40 or 50, you'll get one. Like, I don't even know what to do. I've been throwing in as many as I can and not getting anything. If one more. Oh, you're already gone. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get this broken down. Yeah, it's like I think a 3.2% chance, but you know, the chance is still there. If you can 5% chance a Prion, you can go ahead and 5% chance a Luma Lamp or Imperial Seed attempt or whatever. So there's always an attempt. You just have to be willing to go ahead and, you know, put the time into going in and doing the attempts. It's all crafted down. Yeah, see, I don't really worry about the materials that I have. I'm probably going to end up selling them all to go and make room for, you know, just future endeavors. Probably look up, all right, Bitcraft settlement. Eventually, I'll be able to start making content on this game, start getting guides out to help out with the players and everything. I've been learning the game, trying to, you know, figure it out and, you know, get my bearings before anything. What do I need for a settlement? I only need 1. I need a claim. Fall soon. Wonder what they got up their sleeves. Oh, a little bit of nothing. A little bit of something. A little bit of probably not really going to be much for life skill. I think it's mainly going to be more focused towards the mob grinders. Mob grinders, the PvPers, you know, those type of players, just not really more for, you know, what we do. So it's unfortunate, you know, but that's what I'm expecting. I'll be making dinner during all of that, so I'm probably going to be either in the chat or not even bothering to watch. I don't really have a lot of hopes in anything life skilling related when it comes to Black Desert. I want to. I wish there was any type of hope. It's just when I'm heading out to a different game to get my life skilling and gathering purposes done, like that says something. Like they're kind of dropping the ball on me. And you can see it in their player base, like on the Steam charts, like it's not doing so well. You should probably, like, try to work on the players that, are leaving. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really do game dev. I'm not really intelligent like that and all. I just know that wagon is moving by it. So, oh, I don't have a lot of people animated. That's why I'm like, why is that dude running on it? That's my bad. My bad. It's just bugged. Oh well. Kind of like that elk that was bugged into our rock on Black Desert. Except for I just can't see him. He's probably like viewable on other people's clients. See, why couldn't Chrono add the sound effects from other players? Like, it's not a hard thing to do. Like, you couldn't add that in. I love the sound design. I will say that. That's one thing New World had over Chrono. That just that sound design. I mean, everything else because it was copy, but like, you get what I'm trying to say. Juin, nope, that's right. That's fine. Let's go back out. All about that experience. But I do need the materials, so you have to keep that wagon out. And then I'll go join that dude fishing eventually again to get the stuff for the fish oil. I think tonight I'm gonna have to do a lot of research on what exactly I'm doing in this game, like what resources I'm gonna need. Because I don't know. All I know is I need codexes, but I just don't know what and all goes into all of it and how. Do I need to be tier 2? Do I unlock it by finding it? Like, I don't really know, so I'm gonna have to do a real deep dive into this. Ooh, 5 truffle. Congrats, congrats. Now you gotta get a sturdy. You gotta get one of those procs and you are pretty much golden. Like someone was talking. Yeah. Clink, clink, clink. Peaceful game. Yeah, they were like, this game would probably be good for like streamers and people with friends and everything. And I'm like, you know what? I totally agree. I have to stream this for you guys. Come on. 8. Paste. 4. All right, so I'm in Dust Hollow. That's where I am. They all have their own little region names. I just don't know what they are. You know, being new and all. I'm new to the game. I just happened to stumble upon it because... Oh man, I forgot how I stumbled upon it. It was on my YouTube For You page or some dumb shit like that. I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. Let me go ahead and click into it. Let me go ahead and dabble into it, and looked at the Steam page. I'm like, all right, that might be worth going ahead and taking a look into. They survived their alpha test and all that, so we'll try it out. They survived their alpha and their beta test. Gotta set up my tags and everything. Ching. Yeah, you're only an ore chunk. Thought it'd be a geode. Geodes are really good. I need them. Once I get to the T2 wood, I should be able to go ahead and upgrade this to be 2 slots for our goods that we're moving. Leaving their fucking wagon around. Stop leaving your wagons. It's not right. But hey, at least this game will be free to play once it comes out. Whenever it comes out. At least that's what they say. We'll find out as it goes, you know? The usual. But so far, it's going to be a free to play. Oh, I'm not even wearing my clothes. Whoops. Whoops. There we go. Like, you sound like you're doing that very, very slowly. Like, very slowly. And of course, yeah. No, no. That's right. We have things in that wagon. We have goods in our wagon. And while that's being done, let's go ahead and get the iron or the ferrolisc or whatever the fuck it's called being smelted down to, or while we're going and smelting or hammering and breaking all the other stuff down. So we need wood. And we'll have to go out and get more wood. Unless, what do we got? What do we have for shirts? Do we have nothing? Okay, what about... Because I don't know what I'm looking for. Blacksmith tool. Okay, okay. Buy one of those. Pickaxe. Got mining. Oh. Oh, I'm in blacksmith tool, that's why. I'll do it. Or have those on hand. Or running over. Got a little ahead of myself. Will do. We're so close. We were at level 19. One more cycle. They're level 19, so when I hit level 20, I should be able to go and throw on that smithing hammer and get done our two little quests here. Don't have the lumbering for that yet, but once I do, I should be able to go ahead and get that done, and then I'll probably start going out and getting the mining done, just so I can get the pyrite myself. Very interesting. Well, at least we know there are limitations on the gear that you can use if you do not have the actual skill level. Good to know. Yep, good to know. Yeah, so we learned about the food. We've learned about the tool requirements. Now I just have to get the actual settlement and all of that done. Like, figured out at least. Someone leveled up. Hey, congrats on level 9. And that's another thing. You get to see them when they leveled up. Like, it's not just you hear a ding like, oh, well, congratulations, whatever that was, or you have to be paying attention to the notification. It literally, like, glows over top of them. It's the little things in life, you know? There we go. Got that done. Those still have 3 minutes. So in those 3 minutes, we can go out and do more of our gathering. We actually have our leather stuff on this time. So we'll go mine that. Yeah, all these resources, they do come back. It's just with all of the players and everything that are living out of that ruined city, you know, it gets deforested really, really quickly. See? It's kind of like how New World was back on the first like month of its release. There was no trees whatsoever. Anything good? 3, 4. I can claim you now. Should be still close enough. Yeah, I am. Your wagon doesn't have to be directly on you for you to go ahead and still store things in the wagon. As long as your wagon is nearby, there is a radius. So you can't exactly walk all the way to the town, throw things into your wagon, come back and, interact with that wagon. You have to be within, I want to say like after this rock, I lose the, yeah, right there. See? So there is radius. Yeah, so far I am going to put more time into this. I think every day we're going to do our Black Desert and we're going to do this to go ahead and figure out everything. And I'm going to start making content on, how to do basic little things like gather, craft, certain little recipes that are a little bit more difficult to get into that you still would probably need to know, like how to set up a settlement, your how to speed up your gathering crafting times, usual. And because the game is still being built, it'd be a great time to go ahead and get a nice little guide, little section started for, the newer players, or for even the veterans that are, that took a break and decided to come back and blah, blah, blah. At least that's what the plans are. We'll see how development continues going. 16. One more. Come on, get that one. Last one. Yeah, figures. Like, as soon as I put it in there, it'll be like, oh yeah, no. It was here the whole time. Always. Break it down. I think they should definitely change the camera, I guess, where it's anchored at. Instead of on the actual wagon, I think they need to be able to move it over whenever we go into the wagon. So instead of your anchor here, it'd be a little bit up here. I guess forward more. Like, it should be on you, not the wagon. Anyone seen any T4 glyphs by any chance? Yeah, actually, T4 glyphs should be like further out in the next biome. Probably down here for us. Maybe up here. Here. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do exploration to really figure it out, and I'm gonna figure out the taming. I think I'm gonna do that to get a mount. I have to stop spending money on tools that I can't use, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have to take a dabble in the taming. Yeah, making progress. 16, and the smithing should be around 18, 19, around 19. I have to keep remembering, use my clothes. You still watch Worker Empire Guides, probably have a top tier. Yeah, no, you never know if there's anything that you could really work on, if you should be paying attention to something, or if you happen to, you know, maybe do something wrong, or could just tighten up something just a little bit. Like watching these like older guides, or, you know, even if you're a veteran, watching a new guide or something could always help out or benefit you in some way, especially if a game is doing constant updates and shit. Like, yeah, you could go ahead and watch a guide and, you know, get your empire made up like that, and then, you know, update comes out tomorrow, you don't want to watch anything, you already have an understanding of what you're doing, and then nope, lo and behold, you know, dude just showed you that you can get 5 contribution back for, you know, refunding this, and you can get more back for doing that, and you were like, wait, man, when did they add that in there? Or when did they change that around? You know, for like all the players that left before any of the excavation changes, or any of the goblin, human, and giant changes, you know, the whole talents that they have. You know, for anyone that started out, did all their worker empire, and they came back, they're like, yeah, I have an understanding. I know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, they updated this, they changed that around. You can do this, you can do that, you can do wait, what? I can? It wasn't like that a year ago. Yeah, they do updates, so, you know, every so often it is good to go ahead and check and see, like, you know, as a veteran, what other guides there are, and just if there's a hidden little secret that they may have figured out and, you know, willing to share. It's not usually like that, but every so often you get lucky enough. Okay, Rocky Gardens, top left island, tundra, bottom right. Oh, so there's a tundra in the bottom right? Oh, it's probably over here. Interesting. I really have to do the exploration. I am really, really curious about this game. Like, the more and more I put time into it, the more and more I'm like, wow, okay, there's that, there's this. And I'm still waiting for... I gotta look up the roadmap to really see what and all they're planning and what they're talking about. I can't wait. Unlike that other beta test 2 that's supposed to be coming out. Just saying, and I'm warning you guys now, I'm not jumping into it. You guys are not going to convince me to jump into Chrono Beta 2. I'd rather jump into Black Desert Mobile. Let's go get more wood to smelt down more of those ingots, to hammer all of those melted ingots. Always got to keep something going. It's always best to keep something going, at least. Oh, fun fact that I just now found out. The storage from each settlement is not tied, so you will have to manually take your goods from one settlement to the other. See? The more you know. I'm just listening to the region chat talk. Like I said, there is teleporting, and I'm pretty sure there's player housing. That the teleport So you can go ahead and teleport anywhere, and that's why I told you the teleport will take the energy cost, and the more items that are in your inventory, the more cost it will be. Go ahead, add to the vault. See, you can see the price is going down. So you'd want to go ahead and at least have nothing in your inventory if you're going to go and teleport around, so you can go and travel to the different regions without having to actually manually travel. Yeah, that's that. And these are the current areas, I guess, where I currently am. Very interesting. And then over here should be the player housing catacombs. Not bad, bro. I don't know how to establish one, but we'll figure it out. I'm trying to do this though. I need the T2. T2, where are you? T2 right there. And then that's for the wagon for transporting everything. Like I said, I'm still testing out the game, still trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing. But it's been fun. I've been enjoying it. I will be back here doing this again tomorrow. Figure out what I'm doing in Black Desert. Probably more of the horse training. And then we're going to go ahead and switch off to this to keep up my progress and show you guys. Hell yeah. Smithing. We got our T2 finally. It doesn't really change much, but it's okay. Like, why is my food like that? Where's my buffs? Buff woven, woven, woven. Woven, woven, yes. I could make the smithing ring. Yeah, I should do that and at least have the ring on me ready and waiting for whenever I go to do this, but I'm thinking getting myself set up for foraging and tailoring for right now should be the best bet, or at least having a general gathering crafting ring on. Nothing too specified for right now. Your boy's running around with a good hammer now. Yeah. I'm amazing. There, we hit our T2 goal for the day, and now we have to at least get a house later on. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this off here. I have to go and cook dinner, do all of that normal stuff that I normally have to do. If you guys enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe, turn on all those notifications over there on YouTube. Make sure to go ahead and follow me over there on Twitch if you guys are watching over there and we're enjoying the content. And I will go ahead get you guys set up for this again tomorrow after we do our Black Desert. So keep your eyes peeled. I'll update the community tab, and after I get done making dinner, I'm gonna slowly start working on that new Black Desert guide that I have for you guys, which the audio is messed up. I will go ahead and deal with it, unfortunately, but I'll still get it uploaded, and hopefully that should be out for you guys, because I've been really slacking on any type of content. But for now, you know, it was enjoyable, you know, having you guys here. It was a great time, you know, showing you guys what I've been sitting there addicted on, and I hope you guys will at least be able to go ahead and check out the game. It will take a year or two to get out of early access, so there's a lot of time for enough fuck ups or, enough victories to go ahead and build up the hype. But, more eyes on it and more people trying it out, would help out the company. And, it's a fun game, at least for me, coming from Black Desert and all the gathering and crafting. So, yeah, Bly, enjoy your night, man. And if you guys are watching from Black Desert, I will be in the stream maybe for the chat at least. So if you guys hear me bitching and crying, don't be alarmed and kind of wait for it, to be honest with you. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Keep gathering out there, everyone, and let me know how the ball goes for you and if there was anything that was like really worth your time and if you got your bingo card played. All right, guys. Have a nice night, everyone.